What's happening, everyone? It's Vintage Vinny, and I am back with a haul video. It's been a long time since I've had a haul video. We've just had a lot going on, and weather has been kind of on the weekends, so it's affecting our sourcing trips. But not to worry, I have some stuff to show you all. Most of it is vintage inspired, and I know that's typically not my thing. But since I haven't been able to find a lot of vintagey items, and I'm not out thrifting because I just need to focus on my schoolwork, as you all know, I've been saving money, and it's helped me a lot. So, I got up all the stuff that I'm going to show you from a variety of places. Places like Ollie's, my workplace Home Goods, Trader Joe's as well. So, let's get started, and I'll show you guys what I picked up. I guess I'll show you guys the one resale item first. It's this, pardon the glare, I hate how glossy this stuff is. This is a nostalgic art. You guys can see that. Nostalgic art merchandising coffee mug. And it has an old school, I guess you can call him a waiter. Coffee is ready, there's a percolator, and then there's a cup being held, and it's just going around in circles so the pattern repeats itself. This was originally $4.99. We had it on clearance all the way down to $2, and then with my 10% discount, I got it for $1.80. I looked it up because I was kind of like, I'm not a coffee drinker, and it's not really something that I like particularly. I mean, I like it because it's vintage inspired, but I'm not a coffee drinker, so it just didn't appeal to me. So I looked it up on Amazon. They weren't going for very much, like $16, and then the fee was like $6, so it was like $10 after fees. So I was like, I'll just put it on eBay. I think I'm probably going to put it on for maybe $19.99 or best offer, because I saw others sold for like $16, and the shipping was like $11. So I'll just put it on for $19.99 or best offer, and then hopefully someone will buy it, because not all home goods get the same things, for those of you who know that. Alright, this was something that I thought was so cool, and when I saw somebody buying one at Goods, I was like, if there's another one, I have to have it. This is the coolest thing ever, and again, the glossy finish on these is causing a glare. This is an awesome cutout of the United States. It's a cheese board. It's made by the company Magenta. I just liked it because it had all the state symbols on it. I think there's California oranges on here. There are Florida gators, and I think those are peaches right there. Focus. Why it's so glaring. So this was $16.99. Technically, I got it for free because I won a few gift cards. We do drawings and things like that at work for various things. So, again, $16.99 with my discount, it was about $15.30, but because I had a $50 gift card, I used that. And I thought this was so cool, I can either hang this on the wall as art, or I could use it. It's awesome, and this was the last one, and I'm so glad I snagged it. I actually did have to hide it, because if you like something and you work for the company, you gotta squirrel it away, because if you don't, someone else is gonna buy it. I love this piece. I can't wait to use it and or hang it on the wall. Okay. Something that you guys saw that I posted onto Facebook about a couple weeks ago was this melamine tray. It says, make good money on the internet. It's easy, fast, and fun to do. Or to. And this is made by a company called Artbird. I tried to look them up on the internet. They're on a site called Shopify, and apparently their shop is not available at the moment, or it's been closed. That's why we got their inventory. But this, as soon as I saw it, I said, this is mine. I don't care what anybody says. I am buying this because this is 100% fitting to me. And look at the graphics on it. Again, pardon the glare, the glossy finish. So retro. And although it's depicting women, it still fits men too, which is awesome. Why just wish for things you want? Make good money on the internet. And as you can see, price from Goods was $1.99, but then with my associate discount I got it for $1.80. Not bad for something that's completely cool. Alrighty. Sorry guys, I have it all over here next to me. So from Trader Joe's, I was just searching around because we're looking for those ghost peppers, and they're lying. They haven't put them out, and they said they were going to put them out this month, but they haven't. Liars. So I was just looking at the cards because they're right by the coffee stuff and the awesome desserts that they sell. And I saw a couple of cards that kind of caught my eye. Again, pardon the glare, it's in a clear plastic sleeve. It just says, Wishes for a happy birthday. What happens on social media stays on the internet forever. And that's completely true. I know this isn't taken from like a old sign or anything like that. They kind of made it look retro with old with lettering and stuff. This was 99 cents from Trader Joe's. I thought I could take this card apart, like fold it, and then I'll take the back part off where you write, and then I'll just frame this, because I thought that was kind of cool, and it's completely true. The next one is for a friend of mine. I know her birthday just passed in May, but I'm going to give it to her next year. She loves her wine, and this one says, a little birthday tip. The older you get, and I'll actually take it out so you guys can see it. So it says, a little birthday tip, the older you get, the more important it is to keep your assets liquid. Cheers. And she has a great sense of humor, so she'll find this to be extremely funny. So again, for 99 cents, you can't beat that. Alright, from the Goodwill, again, I went to the Goodwill probably about a week or so ago, and I found the color version of Miracle on 34th Street with Natalie Wood and Maureen O'Hara. I'm going to watch both the black and white and the color version and see which one I like better, and whichever one I don't like, I'll just either sell it or I will donate it back to the Goodwill. So this was, I think, let's see, it was 25% off the whole store when I went. So $2.99 and then 25% off of that. If you round it up to 3, it's about 75 cents off, so it was about like $2.25, which isn't bad for a DVD, but Goodwill should know that people are going up to Blu-ray and all those other high-end or higher quality discs, so still think it's a little bit pricey, but again, if you're a rewards member, you get discounts on top of the so-called good deals, especially at my Goodwill, because sometimes they tend to be a little pricey. But nonetheless, $2.25, that's not a bad deal for a DVD, especially for a classic film. Okay, so again, another couple items that I have that were made by the Artbird company, I had purchased at work. The first one, they're both clocks, but I thought this one was super, super cool. Sorry guys, I'm not used to the way this webcam works. This one I just thought was very kitschy because it's got so many different designs on it. Let me see if I can point to some of the stuff. Like we have a doll head here, there's a bunch of like little figures like stamps and just neat stuff. We had it originally at $6.99, and then they went on clearance to $5, and then on top of the 10% discount that I get, I got it for $4.50. Not a bad deal for a super rad clock. And I had always debated on getting this one here. This is another one made by Artbird. It's, again, vintage inspired. It is a flight attendant saying, "Time flies." And I just thought the graphics on it were so cool. I might hang it in my closet somewhere. Again, I have so many things up that I'm like, where am I going to put this stuff when I buy it? But then I'm like, I got to have it, because if I don't buy it, I'm not going to see it again. So this one was also $4.50. It was a little dinged up. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there are some marks. Oh, gosh, guys, sorry. Little mark right there. And then I was like, you know what? It's not that big of a deal. All it's going to be doing is hanging on a wall. No one's going to really go up close to it and be like, there's a mark on that. Did you know that? Don't care. Alrighty. I don't know if you all have Ollie's near you, but if you don't know what that is, it's basically a liquidation store where they buy out overstock from other companies. Like, I've seen stuff from Walmart, Target. I mean, you name it, it's pretty much there. Rite Aid even. They bought stuff from Rite Aid that they just had too much of. So, I didn't find very much when I went there. I just found a set of DVDs that I thought were really, really cool, and I thought they would be awesome to show you all, because they are vintage inspired. So, they have these sitting on a shelf. These are the Decade You Were Born DVDs. And I won't show you the price for all of them, but originally they said that the price for other stores was $9.98, and Ollie's had them for 49 cents a piece. That is freaking awesome. Let's see if I get that to focus again. I don't know why it didn't focus. Ollie's can be a great place to source if you all are into RA or retail arbitrage. The only issue with the one that I go to is the fact that I can't scan anything in there because the signal is so poor. But there were some things in there that I would have bought, but I just didn't want to pay up for it, especially when the fees were so high. I knew I wouldn't make hardly any money off of the stuff that was in there, but that's okay. Alright, so the first one is The Decade You Were Born, the 1940s. Before, I hadn't even noticed that they had bonus features on them. Again, pardon the glare, guys. So you get an interactive timeline. There's a feature film. Garland Girl 21 would know about this. How is the movie Till the Clouds Roll By, which is a Judy Garland movie. The Lone Ranger. 5 classic 40s commercials, and 5 signature movie trailers that were released in the 1940s. So I'm going to definitely watch this. There's a lot of different unique items in here. So that was the first one. And then, of course, you all know oh, sorry, wrong era. I had to pick up the one from the 50s, and there weren't many of these ones left. I should probably hold it with this hand. There were not a lot of these ones left, so I assume this was the popular one. And for the bonus features, again, an interactive timeline, a complete feature film, The Last Time I Saw Paris, which was a Liz Taylor movie in 1954. Dragnet, I don't know if that's a good show or not. Let me know in the comments below. It's the .22 Rifle for Christmas, starring Jack Webb. And then the rest are what I just told you all about in the 40s version. Then we got the 1960s. The feature film for this one is The Over the Hill Gang, starring Walter Brennan. It's from 1969. Again, I don't know much about these films because most of them I've never heard of. Let me know in the comments below if they're good or if they're worth my time to watch. We got the 1970s. The feature film for this one is That's the Way of the World from 1975, starring Harvey Keitel and Earth, Wind, and Fire. And I like a few songs by Earth, Wind, and Fire, so that might be interesting to watch. The complete TV episode is Dusty's Trail. Love Means Bananas from 1973, starring Bob Denver, my bad. And the last one for that series is the 1980s. The feature film for this one is Bailout from 1989, starring David Hasselhoff. The TV episode is 21 Jump Street, and it's a 2-part pilot episode from 1987, starring Johnny Depp. So I would definitely go check out Ollie's if you're into the whole retro vibe. Those would be great for you to watch, and for 49 cents a piece, you cannot beat that. I thought about buying all that they had and maybe seeing if I can sell them all together on eBay as a set. Maybe someone would like that for Christmas. But I wasn't thinking about that at the time. I might go back there and do that because individually they don't sell for much. Like the one will sell for $1.64, but if I put them all together, I think I could probably get maybe $15. And that's only going to be $50, $1.52. That's only going to be like a $2.50 investment. That's not bad. And if I can make $15, that's $13 off of basically nothing. So that's great. Alright, I have a few vintage pieces. I just got my package from eBay about a day or so ago. But this is stuff that I've had for a while that I've been meaning to show you all. But again, I didn't want to do a haul video for just 3 things. I thought that was pointless. The first thing that I wanted to show you all, let me take it out of here because I just wanted to protect it. It's a new old stock Western Auto catalog from 1964. Again, you all know I don't like to usually pick up magazines unless they're pre-1960. But this one just takes the cake because if you flip through these, you get to see so many cool things. My dad actually picked up a bunch of these when we were at our last flea market, which was about like 2 months ago. And he paid like $13 for a pile of stuff. He actually just sold one of these on eBay for $13. These, for some reason, tend to do very, very well. For whatever reason, I don't know. Maybe it's just the fact that it's Western Auto. But these are so cool to look at. Look at the back. I mean, this is tacky if you think about it in today's terms. Everything's so much more modernized and more contemporary. But looking through these magazines, it's amazing to see how much things were in those days and just the cool stuff that you could purchase. Well, I mean, cool now, but I don't know how it was back then, because that's just how it was. But even still, people love to collect these magazines. Again, I don't know why, but they're just really neat to flip through. So he gave that one to me. He's got like 6 of them down in his office, so he just decided to give me one because he knows I like to flip through this kind of stuff. Alright, this came from the thrift store. I assumed it was from the 1970s, judging by the way that it looked. It's a witch sun catcher. She was kind of just laying on the pile of Halloween decor. And I was like, Dad, does that look kind of vintagey? And he's like, yeah, I mean, if you consider the 1970s vintage, and of course I do. She was, if you guys can see the price, I don't know if you all will be able to. Well, kind of, maybe. She was 29 cents, and then 20% off of that, that was about 24 cents. You can't beat that for a 70s witch. And I like the fact that she looks kind of scary, and she's not one of, like, those happy witches. She's got kind of that, like, faces on. So I thought that was really, really cool, and for 24 cents, you can't beat that. Alright, the last set of items that I want to show you happens to be something that I kind of just started to get into, say, maybe over the summer when I found the first one. I've been really, really into these pinup note card pads. Whether they're complete or not, that doesn't matter to me. I think these things are so cool, and they depict some of the coolest pinup girls. So, before I show you all each one, I paid $20 for the 7 of these. That's $2.85 a piece. That is the cheapest I've ever been able to get them for. That is awesome, and they're going to go right into the collection. So the first one is like this. The girl's dancing. I think she's in a bikini of some sort. Focus. Sorry guys, I don't know why it's not focusing. Let me let it refocus, maybe that'll help. So I got that one. I got this one. I like that there's 3 of them in this lot that look like Marilyn Monroe, and I think that's awesome. Come on, let me if I do that. Come on, focus. I know you want to. Why it won't focus, I don't know. Let's see if I can... Come on, focus. There we go. That looks like Marilyn, doesn't it? And then we have this one. Come on, you just focused not too long ago. Focus again. There we go. Got that one. And got this one. Very risque, and I apologize if this is offensive to any of you all, but there's no nudity in them whatsoever. Can you all tell that that looks like Marilyn? I mean, I swear it looks just like her. I swear, just looking at that face, it looks just like Marilyn. So that's all I have for you today. But before I go, I want to let you all know that I finally decided to open up an Instagram. You guys can follow me under @RetroVin. I tried doing Vintage Vinny, but that was already taken. I tried Retro Romano, and again, it was taken. I was really, really mad. But RetroVin, I think, fits me perfectly. And a lot of people have been saying that my new name change for here on YouTube was perfect. And stick figure was getting kind of annoying to say, so not a big deal. I'll be Vintage Vinny forever. So that's all I have for you today. I don't know when we're going to be going to another flea market because the season's slowly winding down. But I'm going to try to start hitting thrift stores once the semester ends because I'm really, really trying to focus on my studies. So that's all I have for you today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Head on over to Periscope. You can watch me live under Vintage Vinny. Also, check me out on Instagram, RetroVin. That's also going to be linked down below. Thank you all for watching.